Hey Fellow Terrarians, another long requested guide here for you today. Pylons. Pylons are amazing. They allow you to teleport instantly between different biomes. However, there's been so many changes in latest recent updates that people get so confused, veterans and beginners alike. So let's, simplify it. Previously you would just get your merchant, first NPC and immediately get a pylon, but now that does not work anymore. So now you have to actually think who you put and who you pair it with, right? So if you want to get a forest pylon, I suggest, and this is not the only possible way, but I suggest to get the golfer and pair your golfer with the angler. Why angler? Well, he will be very unhappy, the angler I mean, but the golfer on the other hand will be perfectly happy. Now you're going to get your forest pylon. Now you don't have to get this as a permanent setup, right? So at this point you can shuffle NPCs around, you can move your angler back to the ocean, and you can bring a different NPC instead, right? So you can put your zoologist here, for example. And it works. As long as you have 2 or more NPCs near your pylon, everything is going to be alright. Now in terms of NPC happiness, that's a different topic for another guide, for another video, because it's a massive topic and it's been changing a lot. But just in a quick, in a nutshell, you shouldn't have more than 3 NPCs crowded together, because then it becomes a problem. So the happiness of the NPCs goes down. Okay, so let's move on. Desert pylon is very easy to obtain. Okay, so all you need to do is to set up a dwelling for 2 NPCs, but I always suggest to do at least 3 so you can shuffle them around, and bring your arms dealer and of course the nurse. So arms dealer loves the nurse, so immediately you can buy your pylon. So now we have the desert pylon, and that's it. So that's very easy. Both are easy to obtain. Obviously, to get your arms dealer, you just need to get a gun. Okay, so let's get going. Next on our list is the ocean pylon. Here it gets a little bit interesting, right? So previously you would just get your stylist and that's it, but now that doesn't work anymore. Now she needs to be paired with the proper NPC, and that is not the angler. Okay, so contrary to it's counterintuitive, I know, but she actually loves the dye trader. Okay, dye trader, he loves the desert. However, in this particular case, we need to pair them up, because she will be perfectly happy immediately and you'll be able to buy your pylon. He, on the other hand, will be unhappy. But that is life. Guys, that is life. Not everybody benefits from every pairing. Okay, so there you go. We got our ocean pylon. Alright, underground or cavern pylon. Here things are very simple. So we need a demolitionist and pair him with the tavern keep. So in this case, both are very happy. They love each other, and you're able to buy the pylon from both. Or maybe not. This guy is overloaded with wares, so there's simply no room for the pylon. He would be more than happy to sell it to you, but he just doesn't have room. Okay, so we can set up the pylon here, and that's it. So now we're still in pre-hard mode, guys, in terms of so all of these pairings and pylons are available pre-hard mode. Okay, so the next one is the snow pylon. Okay, so for that we need to travel to the snow biome, and set up an NPC dwelling for at least 2 NPCs again. So 2 is the bare minimum, but I always suggest to do at least 3. Okay, so let's see. And here things are also very simple and straightforward. You need your tinkerer paired with the mechanic. And remember that to get the mechanic you need to defeat Skeletron, and to get the tinker you need to beat the goblin army. And in this case, both the mechanic and the tinker will be happy to sell you the snow pylon. Alright, so snow pylon acquired. See, things can be very easy. Now, obviously there are other ways to pair NPCs, but if you follow the loved instead of liked pairing approach, right? So you pair NPCs, at least one of them should love the other and not just like. Then things are much easier. It is possible, in theory, to obtain a pylon from a pairing of two NPCs in which both or one of them just likes the other, but also likes the biome. But also there are some other things to consider, such as space, such as additional NPCs not too far away, and so on and so forth. So this can be very complicated. Meantime, we've just ended up placing two NPCs in a dwelling inside the jungle. And here we have the Dryad and the Painter. The Dryad did not have the pylon, but the Painter does sell it because he's perfectly happy. He loves the Dryad. She, on the other hand, loves the Witch Doctor. So once you defeat Queen Bee, you can get your Witch Doctor, and at this point, all of these guys will be happy. Alright. Now the Witch Doctor has the pylon, and so does the Dryad. Alright guys, so once in hard mode, it's time to obtain our Fellow Pylon. For that we'll need our wizard and obviously, well, not obviously, but the party girl. So paired together, let's see what happens. There are of course different combinations. It's not the only one, not only possible pairing, and there's at least one other good pairing, but this one works fine. So yeah, the party girl is perfectly happy. She loves the wizard. The wizard on the other hand does not love her. He actually loves the golfer. So I mean, you could swap her for a golfer and buy the pylon from the wizard. Alright, we've got our Fellow Pylon. It's time to move on. So the next one is the Mushroom Pylon. Alright, Mushroom Biome. Pairing Truffle and the guide will make the Truffle so happy he'll be able to sell you the pylon. This is quite interesting. Finally, the guide is useful. By the way, guys, it is possible to obtain Mushroom Pylon pre-hard mode without the Truffle by basically using the underground mushroom biome, overlapping with the caverns, and getting it from the Tavern Keep or your Demolitionists. So at this point, we've covered pretty much all main pylons. There's only one left, which is a universal pylon, which is only obtainable once you defeat the Moon Lord and you have your bestiary complete 100%. Then your zoologist will be able to sell it to you. Unfortunately, in our playthrough here, we haven't quite reached this level, and we're only at about 67% of the bestiary. Yeah, so we still need quite a lot. So I mean, we won't be able to obtain it. So just so you know, this pylon can be placed anywhere and doesn't require any NPCs nearby. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.